Yeah. Forget the noise. Just feel the vibe. Let's get it. Woke up this morning, sun on my face. No time for drama, not in this space. Got my vision locked, stay in my lane. Washing away the doubt like it's morning rain. People talk static, I just changed the station. Too busy building up my own foundation. No room for the negative, that's a closed door. Only want the good life and then I want more. Living in the light, yeah, I'm feeling so free. No trouble on my mind, just good energy. Ain't no waste of knocking, hi-hats in the breeze. This the life I wanted, put my soul at ease. Yeah, put my soul at ease. Used to so small stuff, let it get me down. Now I walk on clouds all over the town. Every setback's just set up for the win. The positive vibes just soak right in. Through the shade, but I'm so powered. Blooming any season, never been a coward. Head up high, I'm chasing after dreams. Nothing in this world is as bad as it seems. Living in the light, yeah, I'm feeling so free. No trouble on my mind, just good energy. Ain't no waste of knocking, hi-hats in the breeze. This the life I wanted, put my soul at ease. Yeah, put my soul at ease. Just good energy. Yeah, keep it positive. Living in the light. Yeah. No trouble, no trouble. Just let it fade.
Ooh, yes. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It's me, Samson. Yes, it's your favorite cubic content creator. We're a little somber today. I can't fake it. I can't fake it. I can't fake it. My kitty cat, his name was Sandwich. He passed away. He passed away. I wanted to go live earlier, but I was just not capable. So here I am. It's 4 in the morning now, making up for lost time. I did edit a bunch of videos, so I hope you guys catch those in your free time. But since we're live, let's talk about some good stuff. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. There's some more World Liberty Fi news. Let's check it out here. Am I already sharing the tab? Yes. Yes, I am. All right, cool. If you're locked in, I see some people already viewing. So if you're locked in already, make sure you're liking the stream, subscribed to the YouTube channel, catching all the content, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. By the way, stay tuned at the end for a Sandwich memorial video. All right, so let's check out this article. We're looking at this article fresh. I did see the news in general today about WLFI, but I haven't looked at this article in detail yet. So let's check it out together. Raw dog. All right. Trump's WorldFi sells 5.9 billion tokens to private buyers, leaving early investors locked out. Of course, by the way, I've said this a lot, but if you're new here, I have a lot of content on World Liberty Financial. Dude, I called it from day one, dude. World Liberty Financial was gonna be a mess. It was gonna be a mess. This was obvious. It's so crazy how you can just see a mess coming, but you just have to watch it play out. Sometimes you can't fight the weather. You just have to, you know, brace for it. All right. So leaving early investors locked out, of course. So make sure if you haven't checked out my last videos, get caught up. There's a whole series. If you watch my series on WorldFi on YouTube, you'll get caught up with the whole shebang. I promise you. All right. Anyway, let's catch up with this article. World Liberty Financial has sold an additional 5.9 billion WorldFi tokens to undisclosed private investors without informing existing backers, sending the token to an all-time low and deepening scrutiny over the Trump family backed decentralized finance DeFi project. No shit. All right. Private sales locked investors and a record low. The sales confirmed in governance filings reported by Bloomberg were conducted as private white glove deals. Beg your pardon? With accredited investors after two public fundraising rounds had already raised over 550 million. For those of you jaded to, numbers, that's a $500 million with a B. $500 million. World Liberty Financial declined to disclose who purchased the 5.9 billion tokens. Of course. Are you kidding me? Why would they tell you? Or where the proceeds went? Transparency, right? As they said in the past. With sources suggesting much of the funds flowed to entities affiliated with the founders. No, no shit. No shit. No shit. No shit. No shit. It's not going to the holders. What the For early investors, the revelations landed harshly. No, 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 no. This whoever wrote this article, they're being too sympathetic. I don't accept it as a reader. I don't accept it. They're being too sympathetic to investors, gamblers, degens, nonsense, poo caca. And for early investors, the revelations. What a word, huh? To realize you just been scammed. Landed harshly because those who bought WorldFi tokens at prices as low as 5 cents during the public rounds are currently locked out of selling 80% of their holdings. Dude, I don't. Of course, this was gonna happen. The private buyers, meanwhile, received tokens through a separate channel under terms not disclosed to the broader investor. Oh, to the broader investor base. Excuse me. WorldFi sank to an all-time low on the news, with the token collapsing as retail holders absorbed the dilution. Bro, bro, bruh. I love to see it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to see Not that I'm right, but that my vision is clear. Does that make sense? I like to see that my vid. All right, World Liberty Financial was co-founded by the Trump family and the Witkoff family. The Trump family receives 75% of all WorldFi tokens proceeds under the project's token structure, a figure that has drawn sustained political attention. Senator Bernie Sanders claimed, look, I'm not a fan of Bernie Sanders either, but here's what he said. Claimed the Trump family made 4 billion from the presidency, with 3 billion from I don't care what Bernie Sanders said. He doesn't. Bernie Sanders is an idiot too. A 62 billion token unlock compounds the controversy. Caps lock much? All right. The private sales are not the only governance flashpoint, given WorldFi is pushing toward a 62 billion token unlock with a near unanimous governance vote, a move that critics say is timed to benefit insiders. Critics. They say critics. Eh, You can replace the word critics with anybody with common sense or anybody with a brain. Critics. Anybody with a brain. I mean, I feel like the word critics is like has become a negative word when it's really just a word to describe someone who is discerning, you know what I mean? At a fair level. Sometimes self-proclaimed critics take it too far, but by definition, a critic is somebody who's just critical of what's happening, right? They ask questions, they want to make sure things are on the up and up, as they say. Anyway, the unlock is scheduled to take effect after President Trump's term ends, a detail that has prompted accusations that the project is structured to allow founding participants to exit before any regulatory accountability tightens. Dude, I've said this before. Yeah, dude, they're doing this all while they can get pardoned. They're gonna dip as soon as Trump leaves office. So previously, WorldFi used 5 billion of its own tokens as collateral to buy. Yo, this was crazy. This was very recent. So WorldFi used 5 billion of its own tokens as collateral to borrow $75 million from Dolomite. A platform co-founded by one of the project's own advisors. The conflict of interest drew significant community criticism at the time and now reads as part of a broader pattern. Dude, we've covered this ad nauseum. Wider questions about the transparency merge. Okay. It's crazy how slow the whole market is. The as they say, the broader market. How slow are people? Just maybe because I'm obsessed with this shit. Maybe. Anyway, the accumulation of undisclosed private deals, insider borrowing arrangements, and a post-presidency token unlock creates a picture of critics that have been assembling for months. A recent breakdown of Trump's crypto ventures ranked World Liberty Fi as the most controversial of the 4 projects due to its opacity and the scale of the founder compensation relative to public investors. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Hey, shout out to you few people listening right now. It's 4 in the morning. I should be waking up, but I haven't even gone to sleep yet. It's 4 a.m. in Los Angeles. I should be asleep. I've been up all night. Oh boy. Oh boy. So that's that with the World Fi update. Let me see. Oh, dude, let me get into these STRC ads. I might as well pull an all-nighter. I'm not gonna rush through the stream to get a 1-hour nap in. Dude, I just put out some clips and some videos because I was on the rant of the century. about MSTR and STRC. Yo, dude, tell me you're familiar with MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor. If you're following me, I'm assuming you are. If you're not, I mean, I guess click off or get caught up or watch my last live stream. But yo, let's take a look at these ads again, cuz I was rewatching these and they're just they're so damn hilarious. So let me pull up. Which one should we watch first? Should we watch the woman? We haven't seen the guy with the bass guitar yet, with the amplifier. All right, let's watch this one. Since we haven't seen this one yet, we haven't watched this one as a channel yet. So let's check this out.
When you're
All right, so let's check out this next stretch ad. We haven't seen this yet. Oh boy, howdy. Nice, I caught myself. All right, nice. All right. I didn't press the mute button. All right, let's check out this MicroStrategy ad for STRC. Oh boy, howdy. I love this. Yes.
When your dividend is at 0, this is like a normal checking account. You can't hear anything. How about we turn it up to 3%? Well, this is like a money market. Pretty boring. At 10%, this is awesome. But then there is stretch. You see, the numbers go to 11. We can stretch all the way up to 11%.
Stretch your income to 11. We are in heaven at 11. 11%. 11%.
When your
11%. 11%. Dude, these guys think you're so stupid. Imagine the prompting on these AI videos. Because this is obviously AI generated. Dude, they have Slash on the drums when he should be on the guitar. They have a Slash looking guy on the drums. This is so dumb. He's not even drumming to the music. This is the worst. This is the worst of. All right, the first two ads we discussed previously were already shitty. Now this is compositionally. This is even worse. I mean, structurally, it's stupid anyway, but artistically, it's even stupider.
We are in heaven at 11%.
11%. No.
this is like a normal checking account. When your dividend
All right, I see. So they're dumbing it. They're dumbing it down for us. Okay, they dumbed it down for us plebeians, for us average Joes. Let's hear it again for us idiots. Let's hear it again.
when your dividend is at 0, this is like a normal checking account.
And your dividend is at 0. It's like a normal checking account.
You can't hear anything. How about we turn
You can't hear anything.
it up to 3%? Well, this is like a money market. Pretty boring.
Well, pretty boring. Well, this is like pretty boring. Who are they? Who is their audience? Who is it? People who like the Beatles? Is this their boomer audience? Like why does he have that accent? Okay, fuck it.
At 10%, this is awesome.
At 10%, this is awesome. Yeah, my AI acting voice is awesome.
But then there is stretch. You see, the numbers go to 11. We can stretch all the way up to 11%.
Stretch your income to 11. We are in heaven at 11. 11%.
When your dividend
11%. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Let's check out these other STRC commercials. We have to just recap these commercials. Dude, shout out to 11%. All right, let's check out this one with the woman on the beach. This is one of my favorite ones. This is Oh, let me share the tab before I slip up. Dude, is my tea still hot? All right. 11%.
Vacation here?
I live here. I'm retired. I just don't think I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Wow, how did you make it?
I worked hard as an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings.
Did you see? Dude. Hold up. Hold up. Wait. My robots in the door. See. Here with the bow. Dude. How stupid is this?
I don't think I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Wow, how did you make it?
I worked hard as an engineer to save money. Again.
Ah! Again. And then the way he looked, the way the robot with titties looks up at her when she says again, the robot goes, as if to say, what, bitch? Oh my God. I love these commercials. It's these little snippets, but it's all AI. Who prompted these? Dude, this intern needs a lot of this intern needs, I don't know what he needs. He needs something.
Then I worked hard as an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings into stretch. Hard as an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings into stretch.
What is stretch?
To save money. Again. Then I put
Again. All right, that was the last time, I swear.
I worked hard as an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings into stretch.
What is stretch?
Stretch is a stock. Right now I get about 11% a year in dividends. Nice.
It's the stretch every stretch, 11% monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
Tax deferred. Dude. A tax deferred. Hey, play. I'm lagging. Oh, they have 20
Tax deferred. 11% monthly.
11% a year in dividends. Nice.
It's the stretch every stretch, 11% monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
All right. There's one more commercial. I haven't seen any other ones yet. If you guys happen to see another strategy STRC commercial, you have to let me know so I can watch the hell out of it. You have to let me know. You know what? It's hard to pick a favorite because this one is also so stupid.
Cash dividends.
11%. All right. This is my favorite right here. All right. I want you, for those of you watching live, if you are, make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Keep an eye on the keep an eye on the baseball mitt, the glove, and the baseball bat. Just keep it. Just one. Why the hell is it there? It doesn't belong there. It's completely random. Two. Watch those items for the entire commercial. It's just a mind fuck. You're like, what's happening, dude? These AI interns who made these commercials, these prompts, they have no supervisors. Like, it's absurd. All right, I'm gonna press play and you be the judge. What? Okay. Oh shoot, my bad.
Impress me. Pitch me some investment ideas.
How about yen-funded FX hedge into short duration USD credits? It can generate 1% return a year.
1%? Is this a joke?
I have SaaS software, security, services stocks that pay 4 or 5% dividends.
That's a lame return, and they will be wiped out by AI. Is that really all you've got? Did I hire the wrong person?
How about private credit? It's illiquid and obfuscated, but you get 6-7%.
Come on, tell me something I don't know. It's my birthday.
Come on, tell me something I don't know. It's my birthday. And not to mention, dude, this is so stupid. Oh my God in heaven. I hate that I have to break it down so much, but there's like little nuggets. There's like this whole, I don't know if you know, like if you have kids or if you know, like trending little stupid things that kids do, like 6, 7, like they throw that in. They throw 6, 7 in this STRC ad. Like, look at it. One, the absurdity, like everyone has a normal English accent. The Asian guy has a normal accent. The white lady has a normal accent. Everyone has the black lady has a normal accent. But for some reason, the Indian guy has the hardest accent ever. And you know the AI had to compute so hard for that. Like I think they're trolling. The AI interns are trolling. They have to be trolling. How about private credit? All right, anyway, let me not get into that too much. But it's just so absurd. It's just so absurd. Did I hire the wrong person?
That's a lame return, and they will be wiped out by AI. Is that really all you've got? Did I hire the wrong person?
How about private credit? It's illiquid and obfuscated,
And then he grabs the bat. Remember the baseball bat?
but you get 6-7%.
Come on, tell me something I don't know. It's my birthday.
Tell me something I don't know. It's my birthday. He went from holding a baseball bat, pissed off. Now he has a birthday hat. Now he has a birthday hat. It's my birthday. Tell me something I don't know. This is literally brain rot. Like, this is for children. Maybe that's what they're going for, children. Maybe they're going for that. Maybe that is their actual market. Holy crap, that just made... Yeah, because they have Tung Tung Sahur with the baseball bat. Oh my God. I think that's it. I think they're targeting children. Because there's no way this is targeting a serious investor. They're targeting children. They have Tung Tung Sahur elements. Happy birthday. Surprise me. Oh no. Yeah. Strategy's cooked. For sure. For sure.
Surprise me.
How about Stretch Preferred Stock? It currently pays over 11% annualized monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
Over 11%? How is that possible?
It's real. Stretch pays 11% dividends. It's awesome.
Dang. All of
Dang.
our customers would want that. I want everyone pitching stretched corporate treasurers, pensions, investment advisors, family offices, and asset managers.
Stretch is for everyone.
Stretch your income to 11%.
11%. 11%.
Dude, all jokes aside, that's literally the worst commercial ever. Ever. If that sells you on if even if somehow STRC ends up being something good, if this commercial sells you, you're a dumbass, you're stupid, and that's it. I'm not judging you, but that's all I have to say. Dude, what the fuck?
It currently pays over
Like, there's no art direction, there's no
11% annualized monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
Over 11%?
over 11%. And then remember the bat he was holding in his hand, pissed off before the birthday hat randomly? Now it's suddenly back where it was before. And then when he gets up, you know how AI does random shit. Now when he gets up from the chair, the bat moves, and like, dude, it's just so piss poor from a company that's supposed to be worth multi-billions of dollars in revenue, or not revenue, in AUM. Imagine having 60 billion assets under management, and this is one of your commercials.
How is that possible?
It's real.
There's people in their bedroom who can make better ads than this. Like it's really sad, honestly.
Stretch pays 11% dividends. It's awesome.
Dang. All of our customers would want that.
Dang.
I want everyone pitching stretched corporate treasurers, pensions, investment advisors, family offices, and asset managers.
Stretch is for everyone.
Stretch your income to
Stretch is for everyone. And then you look at the images in the background of this. It's absurd.
11%.
Look at everyone in the background.
11%.
Impress me.
Rest in peace, sandwich. Rest in peace. I see some people tuned in. Nisha. Man, it's about to be 4:30. It's about to be 4:30 in the AM. If you're tuned in, it's a late night live. I was gonna go live like hours earlier, but I just couldn't. I was emotionally incapable. But now I woke up from a nice nap. Yeah, earlier I found my cat passed away. Had to do things, had to grieve for a minute. Now I'm back live with another live stream. Lurking on the internet, talking about stuff, healing with laughter. I'm gonna put some more hot water in my cup. So give me 1 second, my guys. Oh, I see a comment. What's crackalackin'? Vibra? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Please excuse me while I get some hot water for a second. Just a moment. Ugh. And we're back. Where were we? You said I saw all my Q1 and Q8 won't be for mstr. Nice. Said I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That fucking sucks. Yeah, it does. You know what? I didn't think this might sound silly, but I didn't think it would. I always found myself to be like an emotionally, I don't know, maybe that's my own ego. Emotionally strong person. I didn't think it would like hit me that hard, like if my pet died. But like I was putting together like a slideshow and I was just like, "Oh God." Like I was gonna play it. Like I was gonna go on a live. I was gonna do a live stream earlier today and do like a slideshow of his pictures. And I was making the video right with the music, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then just like a whole wave of just emotions came up, and I was just like, "Oh, what the hell just happened?" Like like it was like someone turned on a faucet in my eyes, and I couldn't explain it. I was like, "What? How am I supposed to go live? I can't stop leaking." So yeah, there's that. That was 15 years of my kitty cat. I had him since he was a little baby. Now I gotta get rid of the body. Oh boy. Anywho, what's next on the to-do list? Oh yeah, I saw. There's not really a serious to-do list on the live stream. I just saw a couple of posts. I want to just get another live in. Test, get some more reps in with my new mic. Make sure I'm not pressing the mute button. I want to get used to this microphone. Um, Speaking of vibro. Oh God, I don't know where this post came from, but I saw it and I was like, "What is my man on?"
Ants from Bangalore, part-time yoga in 10 a.m. somewhere between enlightenment.
Shout out to Vibra Finance. Make sure you're following him. Friend of the show, a real friend of the show, not a joking friend of the show. Friend of the show, Vibra Finance. We do every now and then we have joint live streams. I saw that post from him and I had to. It was visually stunning, and I just had to. I had to engage.
Weapon. He spent the last 3 weeks digging a hole, planting bamboo, and waiting for the universe. 10 a.m. somewhere between enlightenment and the emergency ward. Meet Raj Split Pants from Bangalore, part-time yoga instructor, full-time absolute weapon. He spent the last 3 weeks digging a hole, planting bamboo, and waiting for the universe to reward him. Today is that day. With the quiet confidence of a man who has never once Googled bamboo-related injuries, Raj shimmied to the top of the pole, parked his khaki-clad bum cheeks either side of the bamboo like he's found his spiritual home. And honestly, that denim is doing God's work today. One wrong move and this becomes a very different kind of documentary. Raj believes this move will attract his life partner. He believes corporations will create a role specifically for him. He also believes it could be a new sport on the Red Bull channel. You've heard of pole dancing.
All jokes aside, that's that's an incredible feat of strength. Oh, and then I commented, those are the same chairs at the open AI break room. Oh boy. The 4-year cycle is dead. Yeah, I never even believed there was ever a 4-year cycle. Oh man. 4-year cycle schmichael. Oh man. Oh, there's another post besides STRC. Somebody was, dude, there are these guys trying to talk schmack on Coffeezilla. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you schmucking kidding me? Nah, Shun. Coffeezilla, you can't talk Schmidt on Coffee Schmilla. Come on, buddy. And this is ever since Coffeezilla laid his pipe down on STRC. People are nitpicking, they're clipping his video to say, "Oh no, he's got it wrong. It's not a Ponzi. It's clearly stated that this is that and this is this. Oh, it's not a Ponzi. It's clearly stated in the SEC filings. It's not a, it's no, he's got it. Coffeezilla's got it wrong. Oh, he's got it wrong because my bags are at stake." Nah, I'm not gonna let you get away with that shit. The thing about Coffeezilla is he's just gonna state the facts and he's not gonna like go back and forth with people. He at most he goes back and forth once or twice and then it's done. But all these guys with their bags depending on MicroStrategy and all these guys grifting off Sailor, they're like it's like little multi-level marketing YouTubers. They all the guys who depend on Sailor's bullishness, they're like, "Oh, if you diminish Sailor's light, you're gonna stop our cash flow." So Coffeezilla was diminishing Sailor's light. So they're like, "Oh, snap, our bread is at stake. Let's get Coffeezilla." Nah, son. Not on my watch. I haven't even seen this full video yet, but I saw the text of the post and I heard the first like
Good
10
day, everyone.
seconds.
My name is Adam.
I heard the first 10 seconds of it and I'm like, "Oh, dude. Let's watch this together because I'm sure I'm not going to excuse me. I'm sure I'm not going to agree with anything this guy's about to say. But we'll see. Cuz I'm fair. I might have my predispositions, but I'm not closed-minded. I'm open to suggestion, you know? But I'm not hypnotizable, if that makes sense. All right, let's check out this post. All right, so this guy says, this is from Adam Livingston. Coffeezilla refuted, STRC is the greatest fixed income investment ever. Coffeezilla just made an 18-minute caps lock character assassination on strategy by saying it was comparable to a Ponzi scheme. It is comparable to a Ponzi scheme. It is. Capital raises sponsor dividends and new Bitcoin purchases. There's no like revenue from business operation. It's all capital raises based on speculation. It is comparable to a Ponzi scheme. Maybe it's not technically a Ponzi scheme by definition, but the mechanics are Ponzi-esque. He made 0 arguments in his video. False. Provided 0 mechanisms by which the structure is fraudulent. False. And provided 0 proof that strategy hasn't disclosed proper risks. False. This didn't stop thousands of people from immediately thinking that strategy is fraudulent. It is. And Sailor has committed fraud in the past. I just did like a whole hour-long rant about this thing. Go check out the content. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. This is your reckoning. Suck a dick, Adam Living. This is your reckoning. Shut up, stupid. I mean, even if you don't agree with somebody, you don't say this is your reckoning. What the who says that? This is your reckoning. Roar! This is your There's tons of people I don't agree with. I don't say this is your reckoning. This is your reckoning, Michael Saylor. Like a fucking like a Dexter's Laboratory supervillain. This is your reckoning. Shut up, stupid. All right, let's check out this guy, Adam Livingston, attempting to shit on Coffeezilla. Nah, son. Let's see.
Livingston, and I am the Bitcoin Wizard. So I have no idea who this guy. Good day, everyone. My name is Adam Livingston, and I am the Bitcoin Wizard.
And I am the Bitcoin Wizard. He already lost me.
Good day, everyone. My name is Adam Livingston, and I am the Bitcoin Wizard. So I have no idea who this guy is. Apparently his name...
Oh, what a fucking liar. So, I have no idea who this guy is. Dude, you don't know who Coffeezilla is, and you're supposedly this guy who does things on the internet with crypto, and you're making a video on it, and you don't know who he is? Dude, this is the thing. I don't want to say I hate, but I love it because you can expose these liars on the internet. You know who Coffeezilla is. He's one of the most prolific content creators on YouTube. He's got millions of subscribers. He's covered tons of crypto scams. All right, anyway, that's just the first few seconds of the video. How long is this? 30 minutes? I have work. Oh, I bit off more than I could chew. All right, fuck it.
Name is Coffeezilla or something like that, but that's not...
Bro, this is gonna be a long one. No. I have work. Oh, I want to take a nap. All right, fuck it. His name's Coffeezilla or something.
Idea who this guy is. Apparently his name is Coffeezilla or something like that, but that's not the name of this channel, so I don't know what his actual name is. My DMs exploded. They said, oh my gosh, Adam, you have to watch this video that Coffeezilla made and debunk it. He's talking about STRC from Strategy. So I haven't watched it yet. This is going to be a live reaction.
This is such bullshit. This is not a live reaction. Look at him. Look at this micro expression in the pause right here. Let me know in the comments, how many takes do you think he did? What a lying sack of shit this guy is.
Never seen this before. I'm just going to give you my genuine reaction. Let's see.
I'm just going to give you my genuine reaction. False, as my man Dwight Schrute would say.
If he makes some good points against STRC, maybe he's in favor of it. I really don't know, but we're going to get into it. This should be fun. Let's go ahead and press play and watch this entire thing.
It's been compared to the iPhone. It's been compared to a Ponzi scheme. Either
right off the bat, great start. Ponzi scheme. Sounds good. At least he's not saying that it is yet, but we're starting off great here.
way, a lot of people are investing and talking about a new product that's really a stock, specifically preferred stock, called Stretch, and it's sold by MicroStrategy. You may know them. They're the guys who have been buying up a lot of Bitcoin.
All right, look at how he's acting versus how I'm acting, right? Who's actually listening to this for the first time versus how he's performing listening to this for the first time. He's like, "Oh yeah? What are you saying for the first time that I'm ever hearing it?" Versus me who's actually watching him for the first time intently. All right, so just to keep that in mind, right?
You may know Michael Saylor from the...
That's just a red flag. If you're calling it MicroStrategy, you're almost like, what, 2 years behind the times?
Dude. He's so pissed. He's so pissed. You can see how pissed he is. Look at how pissed he is. He's ready to... This isn't his first go. Anyway, that's my point. This isn't his first go at this video. Look, it's obvious. He's just ready to fucking he's ready to lay into Coffeezilla. All right, I'm going to try to interrupt as little as possible. I'm so sorry.
It's strategy, kid.
Memes about Bitcoin. He's like, they're...
All right, let's run that back. Strategy, kid. Shut up, stupid.
It's sold by MicroStrategy. You may know them. They're the guys who have been buying up a lot of Bitcoin. You may know Michael Saylor from the...
That's just a red flag. If you're calling it MicroStrategy, you're almost like, what, 2 years behind the times? It's strategy, kid.
Memes about Bitcoin. He's like...
It's strategy, kid.
There is no second best but Bitcoin.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
Well, now it looks like he's changed his tune, because his company is currently raising billions of dollars.
How is he changing his tune if Stretch is made economically feasible by the Bitcoin horde, and he said crypto asset, and Stretch isn't a crypto asset? So you're wrong about that too.
By offering something called...
Dude, this Adam Livingston guy is wound up tight. Let me not get it. Let me not say that.
Flag. If you're calling it MicroStrategy, you're almost like, what, 2 years behind the times? It's strategy, kid.
Memes about Bitcoin. He's like, there is no second best but Bitcoin.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
Well, now it looks like he's changed his tune, because his company is currently raising billions of dollars.
How is he changing his tune?
He's responding to the changing tune thing. Like, he didn't even listen to what he's saying yet, but he is responding to it. How do these guys have so many followers? Like, they're so like they're not smart.
If Stretch is made economically feasible by the Bitcoin horde, and he said crypto asset, and Stretch isn't a crypto asset. So you're wrong about that too.
No, he wasn't. He didn't even say anything really, but you're saying he's wrong. You're wrong about that too. Dude, you can I feel like you can already tell how we're only a minute and 30.
By offering something called Stretch. The company uses the proceeds from those sales to then go buy more Bitcoin, and they claim that this has been their fastest launch in history. They say it's growing their revenue faster than the iPhone.
So it took us 7 months to go from $0 to $5 billion in cumulative revenue. And if you compare this historically to other products,
Fong just said a revenue. So what a lot of people are getting hung up on when it comes to these terminology phrases that, traditional finance uses, it's not actually revenue in the classic sense, but because it doesn't fit your mental model of capital absorption, of capital raising, that doesn't necessarily mean that the company didn't make money. I get into this all the time when people say strategy.
What? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because you owe that money back. Dude, let's hear that again.
uses, it's not actually revenue in the classic phrase revenue. So what a lot of people are getting hung up on when it comes to these terminology phrases that, traditional finance uses, it's not actually revenue in the classic sense, but because it doesn't fit your mental model of capital absorption, of capital raising, that doesn't necessarily mean that the company didn't make money. I get into this all the time when people say strategy doesn't make any money, but I say no, they actually do. They make the most amount of the best money because they buy the most amount of Bitcoin. If they didn't make money, then how could they have purchased the Bitcoin? So often what this is people,
If they didn't make money, then how could they have purchased all the Bitcoin? Dude, that's the foundation of your logic? That's the foundation of his logic. Damn, and this guy has how many? Hold on a second. How many followers does this guy have? That's crazy as hell. What's his name again? Adam Livingston? Hold on a second. How many followers does this guy have? If he has more than 1,000 followers, 80,000 followers. Oh my God. 40 others that follow me, follow him. That's crazy. No way. Oh man, that's hilarious. Adam Livingston is pretty clowny. Nice. We're learning that live on stream before work.
will say, well, that's raising money, that's not making money. Regardless, it's capital absorption, and people put way too much stock into what word is being used to describe it. Strategy's getting the money, and then they're buying Bitcoin. It's that simple.
The most successful products in the world. The Apple.
No, it's not the wording, it's the mechanism, the mechanics of the financing. It's not the wording. It's you who gets caught up on the wording and doesn't understand the mechanism. I guarantee you, this guy didn't go to school for like finance or something, and you don't have to understand that this is all horse shit. He's just in too deep, just like the rest of them. Oh my God in heaven, let's run it back because this is so absurd to me.
Put way too much stock into what word is being used to describe it. Strategy's getting the money, and then they're buying Bitcoin. It's that simple.
The most successful products in the world. The Apple iPhone took about a year to get to $5 billion of cumulative revenue. So from a pure product perspective, you could argue that Stretch is the fastest growing product in the history of the world.
Wow. Now, setting aside the fact that Stretch is not really a product, it's a stock, those are still some mind-blowing numbers. So
they sure are mind-blowing numbers. It's incredible. It's growing exponentially right now.
What does Stretch do? I'm going to try to make it simple. You put in your money, they say they're going to yield.
I'll show you what Stretch does. Hold on a second. I'll show you exactly what Stretch does. I'll show you what Stretch does. Hold on a second. I'll show you what Stretch does.
Galore, part-time yoga instructor, full-time absolute weapon. He spent the last 3 weeks digging a hole, planting bamboo, and waiting for the universe to reward him. Today is that day. With the quiet confidence of a man who has never once Googled bamboo-related injuries, Raj shimmied to the top of the pole, parked his khaki-clad bum cheeks either side of the bamboo like he's found his spiritual home. And side of
I'll show you what Stretch does. That's what Stretch does, baby.
the bamboo like he's found his spiritual home. And honestly, that denim is doing God's work today. One wrong move in this...
Anyway, back to the show.
About 11.5% a year. Now, that is a variable interest rate, but it's basically double-digit returns, which is just mind-blowing. I mean, it's way more than anything you would get.
Dude, he's seething. He's just seething down here. What the fuck is wrong with him? He has like crazy girlfriend energy. What's wrong with him?
In your normal bank account, and that's got people curious. There's always a question with all of this financial engineering. Anytime you see it, you always wonder, what is the catch? And I like to describe it like a perpetual.
What is the catch? Let's see if you find the catch, or if you just compare it to something that is not a preferred stock, and let's see if you can properly describe how the mechanisms are the same. I doubt he'll be able to do it, but let's see.
Motion machine. You may have seen, these videos of people, they invent a system that can come up with free energy. And there's always, some weird base plate that's made out of wood or something that they won't let you inspect. And that's because there's always a battery hidden somewhere in the device, because no matter how many times people say they've cheated thermodynamics, actually they've just cheated you. They've hidden the actual system somewhere, and you don't really fully understand that when you're getting.
So right now, he is implying that strategy is hiding something. So you see what he just did? He's already...
So, you see what he just did? Hold on. Did he just do that? Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Because there's always a battery hidden somewhere in the device, because no matter how many times people say they've cheated thermodynamics, actually they've just cheated you. They've hidden the actual system somewhere, and you don't really fully understand that when you're getting.
So right now, he is implying that strategy is hiding something. So you see what he just did? He's already poisoning the well, essentially.
All right, let's ride what Mr. Livingston is saying right now, because he's not completely wrong, but let's ride what he's saying. But Coffee's not wrong, because there's a way of like, I mean, girls do this a lot in my experience. They'll like tell part of the truth, but not the whole truth. So like part of the truth is pretty much a lie versus the whole truth. Like the partial truth is a completely different reality than the whole truth. So it's like in their mind, it's like, oh, I didn't lie because I told part of the truth. It's like, no. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's in law. It's in courts. Like, nah. No. In when you go to court, you don't put your hand on the Bible and say part of the truth and only partially the truth. No, you say the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But anyway, that's all semantics, which this guy is completely stuck on. You can tell he's performing too much with his hands and his eyes and his face. Anyway, let's get back into it.
Kind of making a character assassination of the company by claiming that there is this hidden mechanism as if the risks aren't disclosed.
And that's really how I feel about all too good to be true.
No, the risks are disclosed. He says it on the website. But I think Coffee's just saying like, as a whole society, we don't care anymore. Like it's in plain the scam is in plain sight, but just no one cares anymore. I think that's his main point here.
True yields in finance.
This is how I feel about them. You notice how he just said the word feel? He feels that, but of course, he can't actually describe the mechanism because he doesn't have anything to go to. This is all emotional. Notice that word he used. It's feel.
There's always a battery hiding somewhere or a risk that you're not really aware you're taking on. Like if you think back to the Terra Luna collapse.
And there it is. There it is, predicted exactly, comparing Stretch and strategy to Terra Luna, which, to be clear, didn't have 780,000 Bitcoin. That is verified by Big Four auditors. So instead of naming the mechanism, so far this is just emotional because it's based on feeling, and then you need to compare it to a crypto scam from years ago. We are 2 minutes and 35 seconds into this 18-minute video, and it's already ridiculously stupid.
As a state.
Oh my God. Dude, Livingston doesn't know. This guy doesn't know shit. It's already stupid. Or am I stupid or is he stupid? Because we're on completely opposite sides. I don't want to say he's stupid because I'm not that rude. But he might be. He might be stupid. No, I don't want to say he's stupid. I think he's just he's just in too deep. He's not stupid, but maybe he's stupid for being in too deep. How dare you call Coffeezilla stupid? He's the most integritous, at least intentionally integritous journalist on YouTube. And you have the nerve to come with this venom towards Mr. Coffee? How dare you, Mr. Livingston? If I had a white glove, I'd smack you in the face with it right now, and you'd do nothing about it. Actually, no, I wouldn't do that. Violence is never the answer. I'm sorry for saying that.
Stablecoin, an algorithmic stablecoin involved, which was supposedly pegged to $1 until it suddenly wasn't, and then everyone lost their money suddenly in
Stretch isn't a stablecoin. It's not close to the same thing.
a crash. But before that, it had yielded about 20% returns. People thought it couldn't fail. And so it goes for many of the most famous financial engineering projects throughout time. It's only obvious where the risk was in hindsight for a lot of people. But I'm making this video to tell you it's also obvious in foresight if you know where to look. And you just know that super high yields always carry a lot of risk. The only question is, where does
super high yields always carry a high amount of risk? That's what he's saying. Okay. Well, that's the thing, is because this is a new emerging asset class, and high is subjective depending on who you are. Right now, it feels like Stretch has found the sweet spot of the market pricing the risk at 11.5%. They will lend money to strategy. This is a new type of asset that's never been created before in human history, so there is no prior comparison, and the market is pricing the risk at 11%. They are saying, we will lend strategy the money if you pay us 11.5%. And everything is transparent. You can go to the website. All of the financials are on the home page of the website. So you get to decide for yourself if that risk is worth it. And all of them are disclosed. None of this is hidden. Shocker, I know.
that risk?
Yeah, the risk isn't hidden, but it's still stupid. It's still stupid. And a big thing about strategies marketing is they're saying it's for everyone. Like, yeah, give us your $100. We'll give you $11 a year on your $100. 11%.
Exist in any of these engineering projects. And by the way, I'm not just using that word financial engineering as some sort of, gotcha. Like, that's how Michael Saylor describes his own product.
Stretch is the simplest instrument we've ever created from the point of view of the investor. It's the most ambitious piece of financial engineering from the point of view of the issuer.
And I think this is at the heart of the mismatch. When most people hear about Stretch, their friends tell them about it. Michael Saylor is talking about it all the time. They're given a very simple view,
Dude, this guy looks like he did coke or something right before this stream. He's like, he can't fucking sit still, or he's on Adderall or something. He can't. He's just, what's going on with this?
very too good to be true view where Stretch is some.
If it's simple, how is that an equivalent of too good to be true? What are you talking about?
Money market like instrument where it's like talking about it all the time. They're given a very simple view, a very too good to be true view where Stretch is some.
If it's simple, how is that an equivalent of too good to be true? What are you talking about?
Money market like instrument where it's like a bank, where it's like a savings account, but it's paying you 11.5%.
Every single time they talk about it being like a money market account is reference to the volatility, which is at 1.7% in the last 30 days. So yes, it does function like a money market account because it's low volatility. That does not mean that it is a money market account or it's not quite as volatile, but we have seen time and time again that Stretch holds its value. The signal was during the largest Bitcoin price crash ever in the history of the asset on February 5th, Stretch rebounded the very next day. So if it's not quite like a money market, if you're describing a...
If it's not quite like a money market, why is he being so performative if this is his live reaction? He's so performative.
The very next day. So if it's not quite like a money market,
if it's not quite like
if your scratch rebounded the very next day. So if it's not quite like a money market, if you're describing a new
he's got Sam Altman vibes.
Asset that's ever been made before, you must use existing terms to describe it to people, okay? It's literally that simple.
But you dig into the details, and that's not what it is. And the risks are not too different from the risks you have.
Nobody buys Stretch thinking that it's a money market account because they are buying a stock.
Just buying Bitcoin, except the way those risks manifest in the financial engineering instrument are just very different. Instead of getting a very volatile product, you are tying your risk to Bitcoin, more specifically strategy, and their general ability to pay this yield in perpetuity forever. So this video, I will admit, is going to be a long one, but maybe we should start by just taking a look at some of these honestly insane ads that they've been running about Stretch. Okay, so this is a tweet from the executive chairman of Strategy, Michael Saylor.
Do we even watch this like a complaint about the AI commercial being cringe, where you're not naming the mechanism of how Stretch or Strategy is fraudulent in any way?
It says, you weren't meant
Shut up.
to live an uncomfortable life, and then this is the video.
Are you on vacation here?
All right, I'm skipping it. We're not watching the ad.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not watching the ad. I have some videos on these ads, guys. If you haven't checked them out already. I know we're live right now, but if you happen to catch the replay, check out the videos I have on these ads. These ads are absurd, and he knows if he played the ads on this video, it would completely nullify the video. They're that stupid.
Okay, I'm going to pause to let your brain absorb the abomination. That was an AI-generated retired engineer who invested their savings into...
Please, oh, dude, I'm going to put like a little tab or something so you can click on that in this video. Oh, that's going to be awesome.
MicroStrategy's Stretch. Now they're making 11% a year. I mean, do I even need to say it's too good to be true when it's literally a fake ad like this?
How is it a fake ad? It's a legitimate ad. Fake ad? What does that even mean?
How is it a fake ad? I mean, obviously he means because it's AI. God, like these guys who are in too deep, like they grasp at straw to like argue against anybody with a credible argument against their bullshit. They're like, oh yeah, well, a fake ad. It's not a fake ad. Like they paid for it. It's real. It exists. It exists. You saw it, so it's real. Dude, that's not what he means. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid for making that argument. It's your fault. It's your fault that I'm calling you stupid because you made the argument and I had to see it. Damn it, Mr. Adam. I didn't mean to call you stupid, but you made me.
Notice how terrible this is already. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Can we all point and laugh at Adam Livingston?
He's using these words feel. It is a fake ad. It's cringe. Okay, are you going to dispute whether or not they can pay the 11.5%? Let's see if you do it, because so far, I'm wasting my time. I'm 5 minutes, 37 seconds in, haven't heard a single good critique.
Dude, how far am I? Dude, I'm 10 minutes in. I made an hour out of 10 minutes. Fuck. All right, let's keep going. Thanks, Adam, for the content.
Literally does not exist, but you can see the pitch is pretty simple. They're not explaining the risks. They're just showing you a girl on a beach claiming she's retired. And my point is, this is not a sophisticated pitch, and that's actually by design. Michael Saylor constantly harps about how simple the pitch for Stretch.
You know what? One more thing that I just thought of. He keeps saying they're not disclosing the risks. Michael Saylor disclosed the risks of his equities more than than any other chief executive officer or executive chairman on earth. There is no other lead of a company that goes into detail about the risks more than this guy does. He literally says, if you like amplified Bitcoin, buy the equity. If you like the yield, buy Stretch. I guarantee you that this guy hasn't done the math of actually what it takes to pay the dividends, because otherwise, if he did, he wouldn't even be upset about this thing.
It stretches the simplest and
I don't think he's done the math for what it takes to pay the dividends. Like, what the fuck?
instrument we've ever created. Here's what I realize, right? The world doesn't want you to write 10,000 pages of history to explain what's going on. They don't have time to read. The world just wants the answer.
Exactly.
Shut up. Oh my God. I want to. Exactly. I want to apologize to this guy through the monitor.
What do I want? I want to put my money in a bank. I want them to pay me 10%. I don't want the government to tax it. Okay, how long was that conversation? That was like 12 seconds?
Right. So key to strategy is...
I don't like how, dude, I mentioned this in one of the last videos or live streams. Michael Saylor, I've seen enough of his speeches and talks and interviews. I notice a pattern of what he does. He just says things and he makes you want to believe it. He uses the truth to tell a lie. He uses logic to guide you into his fallacies. It's just egregious. I don't like it, and it makes me sick to my stomach. And I don't like that he has such a big platform.
I want to put my money in a bank. I want them to pay me 10%. I don't want the government to tax it. Okay, how long was that conversation? That was like 12 seconds?
Right. So key to strategy...
How long was that conversation? 12 seconds?
Is its simplicity, according to Michael Saylor. That's what the world wants. And specifically, he's pitching to retail investors. He's pitching to everyday investors. He says most of the buyers are everyday people.
In fact, 80% of Stretch is held by retail investors. And so it's meant to be a retail product that's really easily accessible by anybody.
80% of this thing that's raising billions of dollars is being held by mom and pops, not institutional investors who understand the risks of preferred stocks.
It's not invested in by retail investors because it doesn't have a credit rating, because Strategy only has a credit rating from one institution that counts their Bitcoin against them. That's correct. They actually view their Bitcoin as a liability on the balance sheet. When it comes to institutional capital, there are these things called mandates, and they literally cannot reach the asset unless there is a credit rating. Strategy has a B-, which is a junk level credit rating, because the credit ratings agencies will look at $56 billion of Bitcoin and say that's a bad thing. So that's why the institutions aren't flooding in yet, because investing is locked behind mandates and you need credit ratings. I'm sorry, bruh, but even if you're a bank, you can't even custody Bitcoin without a tremendous capital charge due to the banking accounting frameworks out there. But I will just ask, why is it a flaw that retail investors are buying this thing? And we'll see if he has an answer for that. I doubt it.
Dude, that was such a verbose diatribe that had nothing to do with countering anything Coffee was about to talk about. That made no sense at all. The point Coffee was making is that 80% of the holders of Stretch are just regular people like you and I. They're not like accredited investors. Like, that was his point. And he went on some bullshit. Dude, Adam's a dumbass. Dude, rewind. I'm not going to rewind. Rewind to yourself. Like, what? That wasn't the point. He missed the point completely.
Understand that they can suspend
Dude, Adam Livingston is dumb.
Dividends if they want, who understand that ultimately MicroStrategy has no obligation to pay you back the initial money you put in. That's fine. That's one thing.
If you buy a stock from any company, they don't have an obligation to pay you the money back. What are you even talking about? If you buy a share of Uber stock and Uber goes down, yeah, you lost on your investment. The company doesn't owe you money. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You yourself said that it was a stock, and now you're complaining about an...
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Coffee?
Obligation to pay you back your money? It's in the title of the instrument that it's perpetual. It means that it's money that does not have to be paid back.
But we instead have this product that's being marketed by their own admission to regular people. They admit it's an ambitious piece of financial engineering, but when they talk about it, they're using words like bank. You know, their CEO is recommending it for low-income investors.
But what about people who are watching who maybe live paycheck to paycheck? They're lower income. Is this a product that would make sense for them?
This is another sort of aspect of this product that excites me. And I know having written Bitcoin for everyone, right? Like I like to say stretches for everyone. And I know this is important to you, is a product that is for people across all income levels.
But is it really for everyone? I mean, if you just have a rainy day.
Do you like 11.5%? What do you recommend they invest in? Is this guy more qualified to give investing advice to the paycheck to paycheck person out there? You know, rather than an executive chairman who took a company of $250 million cash to $56 billion of Bitcoin?
A fund, should you be investing?
I think you can tell up until this point, you can tell what type of human being Adam Livingston, and Adam Livingston is. He's just this weird, angry TikTok. Fuck. Damn it, I was muted. How long? Damn it. How long was I muted for? Curses, I did it again. I was so careful the first half. Oh, curses. Let me see. Let me see. Hopefully not too long. Hopefully not too long. Hold on. Aha! Damn it! How long ago was that? About 30 seconds. About a minute. Dang! Alright, not bad. I did it again. Alright. Before I had stopped myself from pressing the mute button. If you listen to my last live stream, you could see I have a new mic now, so I keep pressing the mute button on accident. It's on the top and it's not analog. So if my finger just grazes it, it mutes the mic. So I gotta it's mental protocol, because I'm not gonna put tape on it or something. All right, anywho, back to this. I'm gonna give him a few more minutes because I feel like you can tell at this point he's just making the dumbest. He's making the most moot points to try to counter Coffeezilla, and it's really dumb. I'm gonna rewind just a few moments just because I think I was muted for a couple minutes or maybe a minute.
That is for people across. And I know having written Bitcoin for everyone, right? Like I like to say stretches for everyone. And I know this is important to you, is a product that is for people across all income levels.
But is it really for everyone? I mean, if you just have a rainy day.
Do you like 11.5%? What do you recommend they invest in? Is this guy more qualified to give investing advice to the paycheck to paycheck person out there? You know, rather than an executive chairman who took a company of $250 million cash to $56 billion of Bitcoin?
Rather than executive who took $265 million and then the $50 billion to Bitcoin?
He obviously doesn't know Michael Saylor was also sued by the SEC for being a fraudulent dick lawbreaker. Dude, people don't know a lot about Michael Saylor's legal troubles. Dude, Michael Saylor is a financial... What's the opposite of guru? He's Satan. He's financial Satan. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Just look up Michael Saylor legal troubles. Just Google that. Michael Saylor SEC filing or SEC troubles. Just Google that for yourself.
Should you be investing what was in a money market, what was in a bank into Stretch, right? The way they talk about it, really, you'd be forgiven for believing that, yes, it's kind of the same. I mean, her question literally was people living paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck.
And he said, yes, you should invest in their preferred stock where the primary risk is tied to both coin, a known volatile product, and MicroStrategy.
It trades at 1.4% volatility. That's what you're missing. They are stripping the volatility out of the asset with Stretch. If you are interested in taking your trapped home equity to buy Bitcoin...
We're not about to hit his ad break. Fuck that. Fuck his ad break. Fast forward.
Shareholders are the ones that take the bit. Link in the description if you are interested. The MSTR shareholders are the ones that take the Bitcoin volatility because Stretch is acting as pseudo leverage amplification. That's why MSTR outperforms.
Pseudo leverage amplification, MSTR outperforms
Bitcoin over long time horizons because it is leverage essentially. And like I just said earlier on the
MSTR does not outperform Bitcoin on longer time horizons. He just lied. That's provable.
Biggest price correction ever in Bitcoin's history, Stretch rebounded in one day.
I'd like to say Stretch is for everyone.
Here's Michael Saylor. Stretch delivers money market-like stability.
True.
With market-leading risk-adjusted returns.
True.
Guys, they are comparing themselves very directly to a money market. Once again,
because it's 1.7% volatility. We are now 8 minutes, 47 seconds in. Not a single good argument for this emotional ranting here.
Think about it as how you might get paid on a money market or how, and I like the monthly payout because it almost looks like a paycheck.
So again, you can see why this is compelling to people, right? They're presenting it like such a simple thing. It's just like your savings account, right? But better, but just juiced returns. Now, what is the problem with that?
Still no content here.
Stretch is nothing like a savings account. It is a stock, meaning the company has no obligation to pay you that money back. Like
Right. He completely recovered the point that the guy tried to negate earlier. Like, he knows they don't owe you the money back.
Where do you keep getting that idea? What other company has an obligation to pay you back if you buy a stock and...
That's not what he's saying, though. Hold on. Am I missing something? Hold on a second. Am I missing something? Because now I'm getting annoyed. On
a money market or how.
Can see why this is compelling to people, right? They're presenting it like such a simple thing. It's just like your savings account, right? But
right, they're compelling it like it's a simple thing to save an account.
Better, but just juiced returns. Now, what is the problem with that?
Still no content here.
Stretch is nothing like a savings account. It is a stock.
All right, so Coffeezilla is saying it is a stock. He's saying outright it is a stock.
Meaning the company has no obligation to pay you that money back.
And he's saying it's a stock and they have no obligation to pay you the money back. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So now let's hear what Adam Dummingston has to say.
Like you,
Where do you keep getting that idea? What other company has an obligation to pay you back if you buy a stock and, you get your money back? What are you talking about?
That's not what he's even saying. Okay, now it's official. It's official. No, I rewound it. I had to make sure. Adam Livingston is a dumbass. Okay, nice. It's official. Adam Livingston is a dumbass.
give them $100.
Does this guy understand anything about markets in the slightest? What?
Do you understand English? What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with him? He must have failed miserably on his SATs. Like, his comprehension is like underground. It's like depressing. Damn. How does he have 80,000 followers? That's crazy as hell.
What are we even doing here?
They have no obligation to pay back. And you actually find this in sort of the longer podcasts where Michael Saylor gets kind of about some of the risks of this strategy. And he uses the double speak of how they talk about this stuff to, on the one hand, make it seem like, oh, well, strategy really has no obligation to pay these people. So there's not much risk of a bankruptcy if they can't pay these obligations. While at the same time, making it seem like they're definitely going to pay you the money.
When we sell STRC, we're selling
Why
equity.
would that negate the
when
other?
you give me $1 million
Why would
to
that
buy a
negate the
preferred
other?
equity with a variable dividend, if you read the securities document and you understand what that security is, you're entering into a perpetual swap. I am agreeing as the issuer to give you SOFR, the standard overnight funds rate, plus a credit spread determined by the company. And you are agreeing to give the company that capital forever. And so
it's in the title, perpetual. Isn't that amazing? Actually, Saylor describes it pretty much perfectly.
And you're not getting the money back. So it's not an overnight loan. There is no collateral call. You have no redemption right.
The only way to get your money back is to sell it into the market if somebody else wants it. That is what equity investing is. This is not different than other stocks.
That's greater fool theory.
The only way to get your money back is to sell it into the market if somebody else wants it. That is what
greater fool theory.
Equity investing is. This is not different than other stocks.
You can't, it's not like you can go to the bank and say, give me the $1 million back tomorrow. In fact, you're not getting the money back ever.
Now that sounds a lot different than like what people imagine when they hear, bond, loan, money market, bank.
What are you talking about, dude? Like, you can sell bonds, you can sell stocks. How is this different? And notice what he just did there. He's saying, well, this is what other people think when they hear this. Oh, thank you for speaking on behalf of everybody exactly what they think when they hear things.
Oh my God. I want to just mush his face. I want to just like take my big giant hand and just mush his face. What is he talking about? Oh my God. Hey, violence isn't the answer, but sometimes you just feel like mushing somebody's face. What the hell is going on with this guy?
Would you like a bank account that pays you 11% that's tax deferred? STRC.
When Michael Saylor suddenly says, well, you have no redemption right.
You have no redemption right.
Correct.
You actually can't get your money back.
In fact, you're not getting the money back ever.
You're giving it to us in perpetuity. Our only obligation is a dividend. A dividend, by the way, which they can suspend to avoid insolvency.
If the company couldn't pay the dividend without being insolvent, it would suspend the dividend for 12.
Which is just another risk that is publicly disclosed.
Oh, that doesn't make it. That doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it good. All right, so, dude, pitching this is like the closest thing to predatory loans that you can get to. Like the shit that caused the 2008 financial crisis, like the housing, like telling normal people, yeah, buy this, it's all good, man. Fucking, you're good. Monthly, we'll pay you this. Give us all your money. Don't worry. We'll pay you forever. Dude, Adam Livingston is selling you down the river along with his fellow MSTR and strategy bulls. This isn't a comment on Bitcoin, but this is for sure a comment on strategy and STRC and MSTR. These guys are in way too deep. They want out, but they can't get out.
Money back.
In fact, you're not getting the money back ever.
You're giving it to us in perpetuity. Our only obligation is a dividend. A dividend, by the way, which they can suspend to avoid insolvency.
If the company couldn't pay the dividend without being insolvent, it would suspend the dividend for 12.
Which is
We would just suspend the dividend. We would just suspend the dividend. So look, even if sorry, I'm gonna try to talk to the mic more. Even if people weren't being paid and they could accept not being paid,
just another risk that is
they can suspend to avoid insolvency.
If the company couldn't pay the dividend without being insolvent, it would suspend the dividend for 12.
all right, yeah, so they can legally suspend the dividend. So fuck it. They don't owe anybody anything forever, but you gave them your money. So it's all good.
Which is just another risk that is publicly disclosed, and that's why the market is pricing the risk at 11.5%.
Dude, this guy is it's a legal pump fund. MicroStrategy is a legal pump fund. He made STRC, STRK, STRF, STRD, STR fucking Z. He's making his own pump fund on the NASDAQ thanks to Bitcoin. Whoa, somebody stop him.
12 weeks. By law, you can't pay a dividend on a preferred stock that would create an insolvency event for the issuer.
That all of a sudden changes the narrative. But again, that's going to take more time to explain. And Michael Saylor's whole strategy, ironically, is to go with a much simpler pitch, which is, hey, it's just like a money market, but
bro, it's a digital credit instrument, a perpetual preferred stock backed by Bitcoin, first of its kind. If you want to explain it to people, if it's low
He's so pissed and annoyed with every response. I mean, obviously, let me reiterate, he claimed at the beginning, this is a live reaction, but this is a curator reaction from him. This right here, this is how a live reaction looks.
volatility retains its value and pays a high dividend, what other ways would you use to describe it? The guy is just using terminology to reach the masses, and you're acting.
He talks like Pete Hegseth. You know, Pete Hegseth talks to the press. We're not just bombing and schmomming. We're bombing and schlonging. We're not just killing their people. We're killing their sheeple. And he talks like Pete Hegseth, like, and he makes these faces with his stupid eyebrows.
Like that is some horrible crime.
Better. It's money market light. And this kind of dual use of language, where there he's kind of defending how it's good for the company. Like, hey, we're not going to get liquidated if Bitcoin goes down because we technically owe these people nothing. We can suspend the dividend.
It is literally impossible to create an insolvency or to bankrupt an issuer of a preferred stock.
That's right. And that's probably why so much capital is going into Stretch.
This ship cannot be sunk. Sounds familiar.
Because they love that risk profile. They know that the company doesn't have to pay that money back. That is a great selling point for the company. And when you see this growth of Stretch, you could probably see why that has something to do with it.
But on the other hand, like pitching it like a money market or pitching it like a bank, where in both of those cases, you are reasonable to expect to have your money back. But here, obviously,
It is the most liquid preferred stock in the market. It just traded like over $1.5 billion worth in a single day. So if you want to get your money back, you probably can, okay? The title is perpetual in the product.
You probably can, okay?
$1.5 billion worth in a single day.
Why are they talking like that? So intense.
So if you want to get your money back, you probably can, okay? The title is perpetual in the product. Saylor describes it to you. It's perpetual. We don't have to get you your money back. If you want your money back, you have to sell it to a market participant just like any other stock. So right now we're over 2/3 of the way into the video, and the best he can come up with is like, I don't like how...
Dude, he's looking up and to the right as if he's like saying some profound shit.
We're 20 minutes and then all he has to say is, what?
How you said that it's kind of like it's a bank account.
You don't. Now, why haven't people realized this? Why haven't people realized?
I can't get over how annoying Adam Livingston is. I can't wait till I'm done watching this so I can clip this.
There could be a risk of this stock going down and them ultimately not getting their $100 back that they put in. Well, this is where we get to some of that financial engineering we were talking about. Part of the way Stretch mimics a bank account, mimics a savings.
He's reacting to Coffeezilla how I'm reacting to him. He's just like he's so annoyed and ticked, except he's not like I'm not ticked like him. We don't agree, but he's acting like a total bitch. I mean, let me just say that.
Account is that they are trying to keep it as close to $100 in value at all times. You can see Michael Saylor posted it's a 1 cent market closed at par, meaning the idea is there's almost no volatility in this stock.
Why did you wait till this far in the video to say that? Is JP Morgan paying you? Jamie Dimon, are you paying this guy?
You can also see a longer duration here where it mostly hovers around $100. Now, how are they achieving this? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Basically,
notice he said that. It is simple, isn't it? He just said it is simple. I love that. He's admitting it's simple.
It falls below $100. They just raise the dividend, start offering more money until enough people buy it to bring it at $100. And above $100, they issue more shares to make it fall to $100. So you're given this constant impression that this thing is worth $100. So you never fear the idea of this thing falling and losing your principal, even if strategy won't cash you out.
Completely valid, because that's actually happening. When it goes below, they support it. When it goes above, they dip it, they cut it. Like, it's completely valid criticism. Like, what is he gonna say to that?
Somebody else,
he's like rubbing his forehead like, what is he talking about? That's bullshit. Like, no, what he's saying is completely true.
Hopefully will buy your stock at the same amount you bought it for, and you just collect the dividends, right?
Just like...
That's greater fool theory. Dude, look at his tick. Now, you know how you notice patterns like I just said before? He does this. Every time he wants to counter, he goes like this. Yeah, just like, or yeah. Oh, yeah? Like, he'll do this, and he'll turn his head up and to the right. Watch it. Watch it. He'll whip his neck. Oh, yeah?
Will buy your stock at the same amount you bought it for, and you just collect the dividends, right?
Just like any other stock. Like, this is some profound realization.
That's the idea behind it. The problem with it, well, currently, in order to keep it at par, Michael Saylor says they've raised the dividend rate 5 times.
So what are they going to do if it doesn't trade at $100? They're going to raise the dividend rate. Have they done that? Yeah, 5 times.
So ultimately, Stretch will only stay at $100, and you will not risk losing your principal investment as long as there's another guy willing to buy it at $100. Now,
that's correct.
Again, they have
That's correct.
That lever of increasing the dividend more and more and more.
Correct.
To try to keep bringing new people in. But that only lasts as long as people see strategy as being well backed enough by Bitcoin. Which brings us back to what this all eventually is. What are your primary risks? Well, it's Bitcoin, which is volatile, and its strategy itself and their own ability to pay these dividends and not suspend them. Because even though they...
Correct. So that is exactly it. All of the risks are disclosed. People are buying it en masse. They love getting their 11.5% dividends, which, to be clear, there's not been a single missed dividend since January of 2025 when Strike was first announced.
They say they can suspend them. The second they do, you can bet that Stretch is going to fall precipitously, and a lot of people are going to be running for the door, and a lot of people are going to lose money. Now, I want to be clear that
I'm thinking of the Donald Trump quote, what if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
Not forecasting doom on the horizon of Stretch. I am not even calling it a Ponzi scheme, although I think there are some comparisons you could make. In fact, I think they disclose.
Are there comparisons?
Yeah. I made them, that's for sure. He's not. I'll take the brunt of that. He's not saying it's a Ponzi. I'm for sure saying it is.
Really?
A lot of the risks in the fine print. My entire problem is that they're leading people like a Pied Piper with this kind of ludicrous idea. Their pitch is of a money market and a bank, when that's just not what this is.
This is like over.
Yeah, man. I mean, because look, Coffee's been at this for a minute. He knows not to like straight up call things like Ponzi off the rip, because he don't want to get sued left and right. So he just calls things logically how they see it, with the evidence presented. Like, everything he said was objectively factual and true. But clearly the guy on the bottom, this emotional little prick, Adam Livingston,
Talks like this with his hand and is moving his neck like a woman.
shut up. He was making the dumbest counter arguments to this guy's just basic logical, gripes with STRC. Interesting stuff. Oh, I got talking to the mic. My bad. My bad. I started slouching.
For 15 minutes and all you're going to say is that you don't like how he called it a bank? Like, is that really the extent of the critique here? And you have to read...
No, it's not. You dumbass. You're a dumb, stupid boy. Dumb boy. Go take a nap, dumb boy.
The comments in this video, literally everybody is now concerned that like this is a scam when not a single mechanism has been named about how it's a scam. He now admits it's not a Ponzi scheme, even though he says there are elements that are like a Ponzi scheme. But of course, yeah, don't clarify those at all.
Look, people being scared something is a scam is on them, but he's just laying out the facts. I mean, it's crazy how triggered these guys get when you point out their shit's fucked up. Like, I'm sure anybody would get like that. Anybody would get defensive when you point at their breadwinner and they're like, oh, that thing's gonna fail. And you're like, no. I get it. I don't have anything like that. Do I? Let me see. I don't think I do. Because even if something was failing, I'd be like, oh yeah, you're right, it is failing. Let me take a second look. I think that has to do a lot more with ego than, I don't know. It's just interesting to observe this type of stuff.
Just, poison the well, character assassinate the company without providing a single logical, coherent argument.
And this is a snowball.
No, it's the opposite. This guy's completely projecting. He's projecting. I don't know if you guys know anything about... I know most of my audience is older, so I know those of you watching me, you know about psychological projection. This guy's just projecting. I know I'm not talking to children. You know what psychological projection is.
Of yield that will accumulate for this company, which admittingly does have tons of Bitcoin. They have this massive treasury, but Bitcoin, it's very well known, does not yield anything. So eventually, Stretch will have to be funded by what exactly?
Equity
They
sales.
have a cash reserve.
We're selling
but that'll
equity,
eventually run
baby.
out. Bitcoin
Equity sales. capital raises.
Doesn't yield anything, so you'd have to sell it at some point, which would put a negative pressure on your entire treasury. Or they can try to keep issuing shares in perpetuity, but how are they going to do that? Well, maybe they just keep raising the yield of Stretch. Doesn't seem like that would work forever. You can pretty quickly realize that
it's on an exponential growth trend. It's literally up forever. And now you're saying that they need to raising the dividend to
up forever. It's not literally up forever. I think that's the thing that's poisoned a lot of people's brains. Do they really think this shit is up forever? Nah, man. Not even gold is up forever, and gold is way more valuable than Bitcoin. I mean, gold is more up forever than Bitcoin, and it's not up forever. It might be slightly up because it holds value because of what it's used for. It actually has utility in science, medicine, and all sorts of good stuff. Astronomy, space travel and all that stuff, rocketry, engineering. We need gold for all that good stuff. But this guy is talking out of his bing bong. He's talking out of his bing bong.
Like that would work forever. You can pretty quickly realize that
it's on an exponential growth trend. It's literally up forever. And now you're saying that they need to raising the dividend to issue more shares? No, that's not the way it works. Strategy just suspended raising the dividend. It was 11.5% last month and they stopped raising it. And then we saw the biggest month ever.
Duh.
You don't know what you're talking about, kid.
You don't know what you're talking about, kid. Dude, the way he's trying to be overtly disrespectful, kid. You don't know what you're talking about, kid. Get a clue, pal. Read a book, stupid. Oh, are we back? Are we back? Are we back?
Is, of course, unless you believe in what Michael Saylor does. I mean, he says his expected return on Bitcoin is 30% a year.
We think Bitcoin's going up.
Am I back? I hope so. Hold on a second. When did let me make sure. Oh, no, we're good. I think we're good. I think I just lagged out for a second. My
about
bad.
30. That's just about the power law compound annual growth rate. That's not some pie in the sky nonsense. It's based on physics.
8% a year. So can I pay a dividend of 10%, 11%? Yeah, sure I can. That's
if Bitcoin went up 15% per year or 14% per year, they'd totally be fine.
It's like 1/3 of my expected ARR.
If you believe what Michael Saylor just said, one.
And then on top of that, because of the Bitcoin that they already have, they have something called the BTC break-even ARR, which is essentially, hey, if you need to start selling your Bitcoin to fund the dividends, what is the coverage that you have in Bitcoin on your balance sheet? What Bitcoin needs to do when you're looking at the capital that they already have, Bitcoin needs to go up at 2.05% per year. That's correct. BTC break-even ARR. It is publicly disclosed on the front page of their website. 2% per year. That's all that has to happen.
2% per year, dude. Look at his hands. Oh, now say no more, man. This guy's a sissy. No, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Not judging. I have plenty of sissy friends, but yo, look at
0.05% per year. That's correct. BTC.
First, the head movement gave it away and the attitude. But then the hands, look at the hands right here.
Break even ARR. It is publicly disclosed on the front page of their website. 2%.
Right there. 2%. Nice. Figured it out.
BTC
Detective Samson's
break
on the
even
case.
ARR. It is publicly disclosed on the front page of their website. 2% per year. That's all
Boom.
that has to.
He is a shoo-in. He is a shoo-in.
Becomes a very different kind of documentary. Raj believes this move will attract his life partner. He believes corporations will create a role
He is a
specifically for him.
shoo-in.
He also believes it could be a new sport on the Red Bull channel. You've heard of pole dancing.
He's a shoo-in for OpenAI. All right.
in Bitcoin directly. But yeah, they can pay that dividend in perpetuity, of course. If anything goes up 30% a year, they can pay 11% of that to pay some kind of, money market-like account. But that is not...
You just said it's money market-like, and now you're getting mad that he called it a money market. Isn't that interesting? Did you guys notice that? He called it money market-like, but he was mad at Saylor for calling it money market-like. That's hysterical.
Somebody come get this guy. Somebody come get Adam. Somebody come get Adam Livingston. Somebody come get him.
Where most people are. It's definitely not where most of retail investors are. They aren't in a position where they can make those kind of bets, right? And had that all been properly disclosed up front, had Michael Saylor actually laid out the entire pitch, that's fine. I actually have no problem with people engaging in financial wizardry as long as they're disclosing what it is. But when you mislead people in the pitch, that's where I have my entire problem. So
Dude, you just totally refuted your entire argument. You said that in this entire video, all you've said is you don't like that they compare it to a bank account or a money market. And then you literally just said 10 seconds ago that it's money market like. Wrap your head around that. And
Dude, this guy's so dumb. I'm not gonna finish the rest of this video. Hold on. It's just a few more sentences.
I'm sorry, but like all of the YouTube comments on this is why you are early, because the people commenting on this are like mouth breather level room temp IQ people. Like literally zero ability for discernment in the slightest.
I think people just need to be aware. If you hear people compare Stretch to a bank, to a money market.
You just said it was money market
kind of debt instrument where the person is actually...
Dude, Adam's dumb. Maybe he was... I'm not gonna make... Damn. Is Adam Livingston dumb? I've never met or talked to the guy, but... No, I'm not gonna say he's dumb. I disagree with his assessment. I disagree with his assessment. Let me rephrase that. You're not dumb, Adam. I just disagree with you. And maybe you're dumb.
Actually obligated to pay you the amount.
But that's not for me to say.
Back. Please correct them. That is not what is going on here. And the financial engineering is actually to make it look like it's those things when it is very much, in fact, not. You
It's
still
a
have the
stock.
same risks you have with any stock. You have a...
Correct. Did you hear what he just said? Same risks that you have with any stock, and everybody knows that they're buying a stock.
Concentrated risk to Bitcoin. Your money is not insured. You have no redemption rights, and you can only sell Stretch for what someone else is willing to pay for it. It is not suitable for people living paycheck.
That's correct, just like every other stock in the entire world.
To paycheck. I can't believe I have to say that, but it is.
Why not? Why is it not for people living paycheck to paycheck?
Absolutely.
What do you mean, why is it not? Yo, even after 30 minutes, he doesn't get the most basic point Coffeezilla was trying to make. No. Now I can say with confidence, he is dumb. He's either dumb or a liar. An evil, nasty, diabolical liar. I'm leaning more towards the side of dumb because I want to assume the best in people. And I'd rather assume somebody's dumb than evil.
Not appropriate. If you know you need the money, please do not go take a flyer on anything linked to Bitcoin. That is just not the move if you know you're going to need that money very soon. So
yeah, that's logical. This guy looks ticked that he's saying something completely logical.
Don't invest in something that's linked to the greatest performing asset in the history of the human race.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. I mean, just in case it wasn't obvious, for the record, I advise people stay away from stuff like this. But, you know, at least if you're going to do it with all the risks in mind. Take the AI girl on the beach in the bikini out of your head for a moment and just think about the old question. If I can't understand why something is too good to be true, there's probably a risk hidden somewhere.
And you weren't able to name a single one.
Because he...
Hi, Jordy Visser. You weren't able to name a single one. Literally not a single.
It's been compared to the iPhone.
That was just terrible. And like, let's just look at this.
No, you were terrible. Adam Livingston, you were terrible. You and only you were terrible. I'm here to tell you this. Maybe I was put on this earth. You know, I didn't ask to be born, but maybe this is why I was born. To tell Adam Livingston that his assessment of Coffeezilla and STRC is completely off, and he's dumb, and I'll fight you. No, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna fight you.
Now has 4 hours ago 336,000 views. That's correct. 336,000.
He's hating. He's just mad because he has how many views?
Views on this video. Like, and of course, like the audience, they're too stupid to even hear what he said. Look, it's people saying,
all right, I'm gonna start a beef with Adam Livingston so I can get my views up.
It's a casino. Watching how rich people behave when there is utter lawlessness is terrifying. When I hear financial engineering, I translate it to fraud. Well, because you're stupid and you actually can't think for yourself.
Whoa, what's up with this guy? What a dickhead. What the fuck? I thought I was being an asshole right now.
Hear what he said. Look, it's people saying it's a casino. Watching how rich people behave when there is utter lawlessness is terrifying. When I hear financial engineering, I translate it to fraud. Well, because you're stupid and you actually can't think for yourself. That video was absolutely ridiculous.
Bro, that's so uncalled for and rude. Look, I'm no saint when it comes to commenting on the internet, but that's pretty rude. Come on, man. It was just somebody made a completely valid point, and you're just like, you're the fucking retarded, stupid. You don't think for yourself. Jesus Christ. I mean, because someone disagrees with you, they don't think for themselves. Like, that's a pretty crazy reaction.
You're stupid, and when I hear financial engineering, I translate it to fraud. Well, because you're stupid and you actually can't think for yourself.
Bro, if that's your reaction to someone who just doesn't agree with you, that's pretty crazy.
Video was absolutely ridiculously stupid. One of the worst critiques I've actually ever seen.
Projecting
of Strategy's capital structure. Likely because there were zero arguments presented. His one claim, I don't like how they're framing it like a money market, and then the same guy says that it's like a money market.
Projecting.
If that's all you have, sorry, but this was very terrible.
Projecting.
My name is Adam Livingston. I am the Bitcoin Wizard. If you like this content, please like this video and subscribe to my channel on YouTube.
Cocksucker.
As I continue to spread the orange gospel of Bitcoin and strategy to the masses. Class dismissed.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, man, that was fun. I'm glad we did that together. Thanks for watching, class. That was fun. That was fun. Golden Lioness. Oh, Golden Lioness is enjoying the show. Thank you. I've been up all night. It's 6 a.m. Damn, I did not expect to make such a long live stream. I was supposed to take a nap before work, but god damn it. I might have to pull an all-nighter and get to work. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, I pulled a super late. I gotta talk into the mic more, sorry. I pulled a super late night live stream. I was gonna go live like earlier in the afternoon, but you know, my cat had passed away and I was just doing stuff and I just mentally wasn't in a spot to do that. So now I'm here doing it. I started my live at like 3 in the morning or some shit. Now it's like 6 a.m. What am I doing? What am I doing? A tax dividend. Dun, dun, dun. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. All right, let's look at the feed one time before I dip out of here. I'm glad I saw that comment. I'm glad the lioness is laughing. I'm glad to see laughter in the chat. Laughter is good. If I can entertain one person, mission complete. Whoa, look at this. Eric Trump declares Bitcoin is a national security. Man, market they really think it's the new people they're trying to get, because those of us who have been in the game, I mean, it's not. It's just Bitcoin. Anyway, all right, we need the greatest monetary system in the world. Bitcoin dominance is a national security. He's only saying this because he owns a Bitcoin farm. He's just pumping his own bag, just like how I make content for Qubic.
Hours, but we're hands down by far better than anybody.
I want to pump my own bag. I want to let you guys know about Qubic, baby. But Qubic's the real deal. Qubic ain't no bullshit ass Bitcoin, you feel me? We're mining intelligence. We're not just mining random hash.
And that's what gives our country such power. It's what makes us the economic powerhouse. You look at our country, we're a $33 trillion economy and going up fast. We've outpaced Europe over the last 15 years by double digits, by 2x. I mean, we've grown 2x faster than Europe has. If you look at our $33 trillion, what's China as an economy? It's about $22.5, $23 trillion economy. And we have what? You know, 1/5, 1/6 the amount of people. No one competes with the economic powerhouse of the United States of America. And so we better win. And so is Bitcoin national security? Of course it is. You know, what's better than investing in an asset that historically over the last 10 years has grown at 70% average year over year?
You know what these guys are doing?
For the last decade. You ever want to talk about getting...
These guys say they just repeat these same old statistics that are like doctored, and they're trying to be like Papa. They're just trying to prove their self-worth to Daddy. Like they don't like you can't take these guys too seriously. At the end of the day, these guys are just oh, look at that. I'm supposed to be waking up right now. God damn. My alarm just went off. At the end of the day, these guys are just the president's son. They're some guy's son, and they have a father, and they just want to prove their worth to their dad, and so they talk in public, and they want to prove themselves to be a certain type of person. Like you can tell they're not even comfortable in their own skin. Like even you can tell even how they stand. Like they don't want to be doing this shit, but they have to. Anyway. What else is new? Dude, look, it's the STRC ad. You get to see it live. 11%. You guys want to watch it with me? Yeah, I have a video covering this.
Is this a
this
joke?
ad. This is one of the greatest ads ever.
Impress me. Pitch me some investment ideas.
How about yen-funded FX hedge into short duration USD credits? It can generate 1% return a year.
1%?
Am I back? Am I back? So,
Liquid and obfuscated, but you get 6-7%.
Come on, tell me something I don't know. It's my birthday. Surprise me.
How about
dude, no, I'm not gonna sit through this again. Breaking. Michael Saylor just announced strategy raised $80 million to buy more Bitcoin. He is closing in on 4% of the entire supply. Saylor is on an absolute warpath. I can't stand these accounts, but I can't mute them or block them because you have to know your enemy. I need to know what all these people are saying. These guys are fools. Let me see. What's this clip saying?
And instead of waiting a decade in order to get a capital gain, you get a yield within a month. And so the world's built on capital, the world runs on credit. We designed a lot of credit instruments, but after many, many tries, we finally discovered STRC. And STRC is built to provide the benefits of equity investors, like double-digit returns and tax efficiency, with the benefits that credit investors get, like low volatility and capital preservation. So if you can combine all of those together, you have the best of the credit world and the best of the equity world in a single instrument. Digital credit appeals to people that might like private credit. Private credit is the reach for yield. People that don't like money markets, they don't like investment grade bonds or junk bonds, they buy private credit. There's $3.5 or more trillion in private credit.
Man, all these guys do is talk moon numbers. Oh, let me do this one more thing from Arthur Hayes, and then we'll dip out of here so I can maybe at least close my eyes for a second. Can I find that from Arthur Hayes? Let me see. Let me see. Can I find that thing from Arthur Hayes? There's another Bitcoin dumbass, Arthur Hayes, who predicted Bitcoin was going to hit $250,000 by the end of 2025. I remember watching a video. It was December, like mid-December. He's like, "Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Oh yeah, by the end of December, $250,000." Ha 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 ha, with his big ass white teeth. Fuck out of here, Arthur Hayes. Now listen to this guy sweating his ass off on stage, like he just did a pile of coke and Adderall, talking about 3 trillion, 7 trillion, 15 trillion, and then 25 trillion, and then 1 billion, and then Bitcoin's going to be $1 million. Thank you, and you're welcome. Dude, his language, he's so vulgar. Ah, fucking shit, fucking dog coin and shit coin and a fucking wallet, bitch. Sweating his ass off. Arthur, come on. It's so edited. Like, you can tell he's not good at public speaking by how cut up this clip is. Oh, snap.
Afraid of the long end. It's all
My bad. I wasn't sharing the tab.
to craziness. How do we get to Bitcoin at $1 million or $1 million plus, and whatever dog shit coin is in your portfolio is up 100x, even though it's a piece of shit and has no revenue and no clients? I know that's what you guys want when you say all.
This guy's cursing way too damn much. Fucking dog shit, fucking piss coin, and your fucking butt coin and your shit wallet.
Season. How do we get there? And it starts with understanding how the Fed votes, which board does what, and how we get to the eventual outcome that essentially yields to yield curve control. Now we are into quantitative easing because Bessent has all this debt he needs to issue. Right now he's not issuing that long end. He's afraid. Just like bad girl Yellen. She was afraid of the long end. Buffalo Bill Bessent's afraid of the long end. It's all on the short end, which is why the Genius Act and all the stablecoin regulation is so pertinent, because they need a price inelastic buyer of these treasury bonds or bills at any price. But if they have
Dude, just rambling. I'm not gonna sit through this shit. I already watched it once. Arthur Hayes is on some bullshit.
There's a lot of cost to be saved for banks using a
I'm showing you guys all this just to say, like, just be careful who you listen to on X and YouTube and all that shit. These guys really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They have, I mean, they got lucky at one point, but they don't know life. They don't know what the fuck's happening.
public blockchain, right? And I'm sure there's a fight of there's middle office and technology people who will literally lose their jobs overnight if a bank went to a fully using a public blockchain to like do settlements and all these sort of things. That doesn't mean they like Bitcoin or subscribe to any of the ethos behind it. This is literally just like you could literally fire your entire back and middle office compliance functions if you did everything on chain. And how much money would you save and how much bigger of a bonus could you get as a front office senior manager? I think that is the tension that's going on internally in a lot of these organizations. There's a lot of cost to be saved for banks using
These guys live in their own like fantasy land of, oh, if this happened and that, the middle management's gonna disappear and all the bonuses and all the jobs and all the AI. Crypto guys, the Bitcoin maxis who don't touch grass enough, who are just surrounded by people like themselves, they're completely out of touch. And we should all point and laugh at them. Ha ha. And bully them on X. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Aw, thanks, Golden Lioness. That's really sweet. You said rest well sandwich. You said Lioness. Are you a lady? Is there a lady in the stream? I know most of the people are guys in here. Said what you say he said he looks wet and greasy. Yeah, he looks greasy as hell, dude. Why is he on stage so greasy, sweating his ass off, talking about Bitcoin? Like, you're not running around. You're not doing comedy. You're just talking. You're either nervous or on drugs. Like, what the hell? Look at what Ivan on deck has to say about.
Look here, Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff is rubbing salt in the wound here for crypto, saying basically that Mike.
Peter Schiff is running salt on the wound here. This is Ivan on deck, ladies and gentlemen. Another crypto guy.
Look here, Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff is rubbing salt in the wound here for crypto, saying basically that MicroStrategy is a Ponzi. He's doubling down and doubling down and doubling down. There is a Ponzi saying that
doubling down and doubling down and doubling down. And Peter Schiff and Ivan on tech. I'm the top guy on crypto. Listen to me.
The seller is buying, but Bitcoin is going down. Buying is not helping. Now, I mean, I don't think it's a Ponzi. Is it sustainable? Not sustainable? I'm not touching MicroStrategy myself, but it is interesting to see their stock in order to understand when the buying pressure for Bitcoin is going to come in. And now you can see it in real time here with Stretch. When Stretch is below $100, they cannot do any kind of buying, okay? There's no raising money below $100. Should they go above $100, then seller is going to create new stock and dump it back to 100. Create new stock, dump it back to 100. You see all of the different tweaks here. He creates new stock, dumps it back to 100. And that's his fundraising. Create new stock, dump back to 100. So if it goes to 100, that's when a seller can raise money. That's going to be the fundraising. So currently we're not there. Normally it gets here closer towards the middle of the month, because this is where you have the ex-dividend date, which is around the 15th each month. So if you have the stock on the 15th, you get the dividend. So people buy it towards the middle of the month, and then they dump it. Like,
interesting observation. Ivan on tech, doubling down and doubling down and doubling down.
Like we saw here. In the middle of April, everyone dump. Because, now you don't need it. You needed it before to be eligible for the dividend. Now you don't need it. But then there's the next month. So buy pressure should start building up. Let's see if we can reach 100 or not.
Interesting. Wow. Interesting.
Look at
Interesting game. Financial engineering at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. All right, last post. Qubic built a mechanism that turns mining revenue into permanent supply reduction. The XMR chapter just closed. Here's what's left behind: the migration. Ooh, while this post is young, you know what I'm gonna do? Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. I'm gonna put my live stream. Ba 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 da ba da ba ba. Even though I'm not talking about Qubic in this live stream. Aha. At least I can get bam. Rest in peace, sandwich. Oh, I love that little picture it put. What? Oh, look at that. Yeah, sandwich. Rest in peace. God damn it. All right. I think that's about it, everybody. Is it time to dip? Is it time to dip? Yeah, because I'm at least lie down in my bed and close my eyes for a second before work. Yo, yo, yo. Hi, dog. What's up, AI Crypto Space? Good to see ya. All right, we're gonna close this show with this little slideshow I made for my kitty cat who just passed away. Let me see here. I gotta find it. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Oops. All right, everybody. I will catch y'all in the next live stream. Peace in the Middle East.
The house is quiet, morning broke. A space beside me, cold and deep. I reach for you before I fully woke, and remember you're only in my sleep. "15 years, a gift I know. I called you sandwich, my silly friend. You watch me laugh, you watch me grow. I never thought our time would end. And oh, the silence is so loud. Your gentle soul is taking flight. Not a single scratch, a peaceful vow. You only ever brought the light. You never bit, you never harmed a soul. Your purring was a healing sound. It made my broken spirit whole. The softest paws on solid ground. And oh, the silence is so loud. Your gentle soul is taking flight. Not a single scratch, a peaceful vow. You only ever brought the light. just a cat, I'll never know the bond we had, unique and true. This empty space will never go. A part of me is gone with you. Goodbye, my sandwich. Sleep now.